So the big dog is unable to join us this morning because he has a horrible migraine. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burnt the SOB when I got done with it. So Vicala and I are going to handle things, and we're going to answer a lot of questions, some of which we posed in pre-show. Good God.
Here we go.
And we get a visit from an unwanted visitor.
Oh boy.
Exactly. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh, yeah! Big dog, we got you today. Good morning. Welcome to the wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. This first hour is presented to you by Invader Coffee. Can't talk this morning. Fuel for the fearless. And I added a little peppermint mocha to my coffee this morning, and it was pretty damn good. Victor Locke is with us. Victor, how are you, my man?
I'm doing all right. I think the shell shock that happened Monday night has finally subsided, so I think I'm actually able to function this morning.
Good, because I'm going to need you. There is a chance we may see Mike drop Moran this morning.
Good.
Because we had technical difficulties yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But we will work through that throughout the course of the show. I'm going to invoke my boys from the Sportsocracy in my second home, Asheville, North Carolina, because they had some good subjects, but they will get the shout out and the reference with some of the stuff that we're going to discuss today, including the college football playoff. And Pumpkin has joined me. Hi, Pumpkin. So you know he's picking Tennessee, right?
Yep, that's the most affectionate orange cat I've ever seen. He is so affectionate.
Well, you know how pets do. They choose they choose their humans,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Winnie has chosen my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, she'll come up to me and she'll hop in my lap, but this guy's mine.
Gotcha.
This guy's mine. It's like he's like Lucy in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
He will hear my voice and up he comes.
Right.
And speaking of Lucy, I hear her behind me. You're gonna have to get down, Pumpkin Bear. Nope, you're not getting down, are you?
Mm-mm.
You're just gonna stay in my lap. Of
Mm-hmm.
course. So you know he's picking Tennessee, right?
Yep.
To beat the hell out of Ohio State.
Yes, indeed.
We're working on our new YouTube channel for Snowman in the Morning. We're going to relaunch that in January, so hang tight with us. All right. Darian Hopkins Sports is with us, as well as Danny Fuller's. It's Good Wednesday morning. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah.
Because as it turns out, we had some trouble with StreamYard yesterday, which is prompting me to make a move that I have been wanting to make, but now I have a reason to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Yeah.
So you're able to function today, right?
Yeah. I'm able to function today.
Good. Good. I heard a rumor,
Mm-hmm.
and Danny says, "Here, you great." Okay, thank you, Danny.
Thanks,
Which
Daddy.
means we're gonna see Allison today.
All right.
I'll let her know during the first break. The rumor I heard is that Bill Belichick
Mm-hmm.
is headed to North Carolina
Really?
to Chapel Thrill.
Oh, he's gonna be UNC's coach?
Not so fast.
Oh.
According to Newsweek, the ball is in Belichick's court,
Mm-hmm.
and the school is hoping a decision will come soon with a lot going on behind the scenes. Of course, Mac Brown was fired before the season completed at UNC.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the most compelling rumor to date, which comes via Ali Connolly of The Guardian, the 72-year-old coach who will be 73 by the time college football season kicks off, has agreed to coach for UNC and has presented the school, ready for this, with a 400-page organizational Bible that contains a set of demands that he is unwilling to negotiate. Smart.
Yikes.
Smart.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with students.
Yes.
And with the NIL era, he's going to throw a little old school wrinkle back into everything. Per Connolly, Belichick's Bible, which he has shared with other college and pro teams, but customized specifically for the UNC position, contains structure, payment plans, staffing choices, and salary minimums position by positions that would require historic levels of investment from the school. I may not like Belichick, but I like him here on this one.
Yeah.
He's always been rigid, but given the fact that you're not dealing with veteran players and you're dealing with students,
Mm-hmm.
and there's got to be some structure.
This
I
helps.
like this.
This helps because it keeps everyone in line and it defines everyone's role. I do also like the payment guidelines that he's implementing, because one thing we've known about students, particularly in the college ranks, is they don't get a lot of money for what they do.
And with the NIL era in high gear, this sets a precedent for me. So I like this.
And take consideration that it's Belichick that they have to court. The school has to court him. He don't have to go. He don't have to go looking for a job. He can go and spend the rest of his days, on his property. He can go home and just and be happy.
The resume for Belichick speaks for itself.
Exactly.
And Arku, you leave my Tar Heels alone. Look, me and Arku are going to tease each other till the end of time.
I'm a Tar Heels fan too.
He's a brother. He's a great friend of the show. I like this. I don't like when schools, and do the student athletes, let me preface my question. Do the student athletes deserve to get paid? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, they do, because they're putting their bodies and their lives on the line.
Otherwise, you get
Fill up
situation like
stadiums.
happened. Otherwise, what happened at ASU years ago with the point shaving thing, because a lot
Bingo.
of those guys were not getting paid.
Bingo.
If you guys have Netflix, I implore you guys to look up a show called Bad Sport. It's a
I
series,
remember that.
and it shows the situation with crime and sports, whether it's racing, whether it's horse racing, figure skating, even. But the first episode was about I think it was ASU, and I think the man's name is Headache Wilson or Williams.
Okay.
He and a couple other guys were basically they didn't have a lot of money, and so they got involved with a guy from Chicago who knew a thing about betting and point shaving, and they started making money. And next thing you know, they got
Bill Frieder was the coach.
yeah.
I believe Bill Frieder was the coach of Arizona State at the time, because Bill Frieder had been let go from Michigan. He took the job at Arizona State, and then that scandal happened.
Right. There was a big scandal too. And it's just like the way that you fix that is you give these students a livable wage. If you're preparing them for the outside world, you also got to prepare them for the outside world in terms of their finances. You have them go into economics classes. If they are sports athletes, you also have to give them a wage so that they know how to take care of their money. Otherwise, stuff like this happens.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So
But-
I like this move, but I like this Bible by Belichick that he's establishing. Is it rigid?
Stephen Smith.
Stephen Smith.
Stephen Headache Smith. That's his name. And it was
Is it
rigid?
like, yes. But does it provide structure? Hell yes.
But that's what it needs to be. It needs to be. It needs to be rigid, because at this point, because what you need like full structure where you cannot bend it, you cannot break it.
You can't bend it, you can't break it. There will be no chance of the NCAA visiting you in future years.
There you go, right there.
Because that's what you want. That's what you want to establish. You want to establish that timeline and establish those practices where you don't get a visit from the NCAA at any time during your tenure.
And it works for Belichick too.
Exactly. Arcus says, I'm a Duke guy. My cousin went there. I have a response to that, but considering the fact I saw the cathedral called Cameron Indoor Stadium, I'll be nice.
Hey, I love the Triangle because I'm a North Carolina kid, born off the base. So I understand.
Look, I used to live in the Triangle.
Right.
If
you like college sports, you've been to the Triangle. You love you enjoy the Triangle.
On 2 occasions, I lived in the Triangle. Okay, both times I was married. This one just produced better results. So
exactly.
Just be real.
I feel you, bro.
But this, I love it. Look, I love all the rivalries in the Triangle.
The only people who
NC State, North Carolina, Duke, and Wake Forest, which is in the triad where Jay Spivey is.
There's only one group of people who probably are not going to like it, and that's probably the Cowboys fan base, because they're like, doggone it, we really wanted him to come to Dallas.
I hope
doggone it.
Dr. Dunbar is with us this morning. I had a chance to chop it up with him last night. Good morning to you, Dr. Dunbar. Thanks for having me on your show last night. We'll get to the Cowboys after the break, but I like what this speaks of.
And I think, Coach, other college coaches need to take a page out of this. It may not have to be this rigid. If you want to be a little more relaxed, you can. But these guys need to have some structure. They need to have a set of guidelines that are like, this is what you can do, this is what you cannot do, and there's no ambiguity here. There's no room for interpretation. We're going to spell out for you what the guidelines of our philosophy is, what the guidelines of how our practices are going to be, so that you guys are not confused and we're not confused.
Right.
And
And
the
that's
NCAA
great.
can sit there and be like, okay, yeah, we see what you're doing. You're all good.
And that's something that needs to happen more often. That's something that needs to happen more often. What do you guys think? Should UNC jump on this opportunity? I say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I say UNC should. I say UNC should roll out the Tar Heel blue carpet for Bill Belichick.
And UNC
Now, a
doesn't
lot.
have anything to lose either. They
No,
have
they
nothing to
don't.
lose.
Now, are the students going to complain at first? Absolutely. When the
Yeah.
winning happens, when the winning happens,
There
think
you
Black
go.
Brown going to Texas, and he brought them a national championship in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then everything. I think this will pan out.
And that's where all the complaining will stop. Because
Yep.
once they start seeing those wins pop up, and they're like, man, when those doors open, okay.
Mhm.
We see why you put it together.
And the recruiting doors will kick wide open, especially in the triad. So a lot of students will stay home.
Here's a question: What if Dion did this? What if Coach Sanders put something like this together for Colorado?
Then Coach Sanders would be in the playoff. How about that?
I agree.
Then Coach Sanders would be in the playoff. Then Coach Sanders would have a little bit of consistency going on. Is he getting it now? Yes, he is. But he's using the transfer portal instead of, in my opinion, and this is just me, using homegrown product. Because he's going to lose a lot this year.
Well, the homegrown product is either going to be there or it's not going to be there.
Right.
He needed bodies to come in immediately, and the
Point.
transfer portal,
Very good point.
was a great way to get it done. What he
Very
has
good
to do
point.
is build up the resume of Colorado, so that, because right now there are always going to be more types of schools: USC, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, LSU, Alabama. What he's got to do now,
especially teams that are in the playoff right now:
Correct.
Tennessee, Arizona State, Georgia, Boise State, for God's sake.
Boise State, Texas. So
Texas.
what he got to do, he has to build up that resume of Colorado to say, hey, if you are if you're aspiring to be a football player in the NFL, come to Colorado. We're going to set you up correctly.
Okay.
We're going to set you up, and if they do get more accolades under their feet, possibly a bowl game, maybe even a championship run,
right,
you'll see more homegrown individuals wanting to go there.
Exactly. But and you're right. You bring up a very good point about Colorado. See, Colorado was in an upheaval. Buffalo Nation was in an upheaval after a 1-11 season, losing a lot of boosters, losing a lot of students.
Yes.
Coach Sanders changed all that.
Right.
Within 6 weeks, he changed all that. He earned his paycheck and then some. Looking at it from the money standpoint, he's brought a lot of money into the Denver area.
Oh, yeah.
Into the Boulder area. And he did that within 6 weeks' time.
Because the name Deion Sanders is always going to bring eyes. It's going to bring attention. It's like Hall
of Famer Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer Deion Sanders.
Imagine if Joe Montana decided to, coach USC or something.
Montana's decided to coach his alma mater at Notre Dame.
Or Notre Dame, there you go. If he decided to coach there,
if he coached Notre Dame,
man, and for people who already don't like Notre Dame,
the entire state of Indiana would be upside down.
Yes, they would.
Okay, imagine if Troy Aikman decided to go back to UCLA.
There you go.
Okay,
there you go.
But Troy Aikman ain't leaving the booth. I mean, he and Joe Buck are like,
no, he's enjoying himself. He's enjoying himself.
Imagine if Steve Young went back to Brigham Young.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Especially with what the
But I'm just saying, like, the name already starts it, and that's why people want to go, and that's why the transfer portal has been so successful. Now you build a solid philosophy. You start getting some really good winning seasons under your belt, and some more bowl appearances,
right,
and eventually a bowl win. more of those homegrown individuals, I'd be like, oh man, I don't have to go across states to go to school for college football. I could just stay here.
Dion's going into a hotbed already. They're playing in the Alamo Bowl in Texas.
There you
You
go.
know how many recruits he could steal from the University of Texas with a bowl win?
Yes.
He's got 10 wins under his belt already. Do you know if he wins this bowl game, if he wins the Alamo Bowl, and knowing the fact that all these new fans, and yes, they're new, but they're hanging in. Okay. Knowing how well they're going to travel. Thank you, Michael Lyle, for that point. Knowing how well they're going to travel, knowing how much money they're going to bring into the Alamo City.
Right.
If they walk out of the Alamo Dome with a win, and it's one of the biggest, save the playoff games, it's one of the biggest payouts on the bowl schedule. There's a wicked smile on his face, but his team has to do the job and execute. They got to beat BYU.
Well, if y'all want more deep dives like this, check out what we're going to do tomorrow when we go totally deets.
Oh, my God.
And one of our biggest experts.
That might be a 4-hour special tomorrow.
One of our biggest experts, and of course, my brother in the Cowboys fight, Chris Deets, goes on deep dives like this all the time.
He's taught me about doing deep dives like this, man. Boy, and thank you, Michael. And let me shout Michael Lyle for teaching me. Him and our brother BGS out in California teach me about the financial and the money aspect of college football.
Yeah, because that's the money. Well, and that's something that a lot of people who cover college sports don't really talk about.
And that was me for the longest time.
Because we talk about the football aspect, but we don't talk about the money aspect, because these are still young kids.
These are still students.
Yeah, they're still young kids. If they don't live on campus, that's another expense of being in an apartment. You know, they got to take care of their food. They got to take care of their cars if they have a car to go in, and you know, stuff like that.
They have to. They got to go with. They have to take care of what they need to take care of. All right, we're off and rolling. Let's take a break. When y'all get back, speaking of the Cowboys, it's a very important question floating around, and no one else is willing to ask it except me. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals, chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quins,
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP,
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger,
and then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
the Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
All right. One of my high school mates, Junior Philip Sylvester, joins us via Facebook. He says, good morning. Of course, our brother from Norway, Sick Diggy, joins us. Says, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to all joining us this morning here on Snowman in the Morning, the Wacky Wednesday edition. Now, I made a promise that I would make a reference to a few of my homies down in Asheville.
Okay.
They posed a question, and I think we need the detective as well as some random music to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God in heaven. And I'm going to get this ready right now because I know I'm the one to push the button. All right. According to my homies at the Sportsocracy.
Okay.
That's a 3-hour sports talk show on ESPN Asheville. They pose the following question. Buckle up.
Okay.
Should McCarthy return in Dallas in 2025?
Is that a trick question?
It's one they actually posed.
Snowman?
Yes.
Break the glass. I'm going to use your words. Hell no.
I'm looking. Let me read one of the responses here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, jeez, I can't. I just read the whole response, and you're going to get such a kick out of this.
Okay.
James Rarick says, quote, yes, 100% Jerry should bring him back. His knowledge of the players, the coaching staffs, and the stadium, this man would be the best parking attendant.
Fair enough.
Now I will see the Florida Victor with the random musings of...
Well, I told you, I'll tell you, it's going to take the detective a while to get back because he downed a full bottle of gin after watching what happened on Monday night. So it's going to be a bit before he gets back. Here's the thing. Should McCarthy come back? Hell no. I've been saying they need to cut him since he decided to take Ezekiel Elliott and put him at center in a divisional round on the playoffs. Okay. Since then, he's had lots of success in the regular season.
Say that again. In the where?
In the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like I said before, lost in a division. I think it's the actually championship game against San Francisco, 3 years ago?
In the wild card in Dallas.
Yep.
Wild card in Dallas.
And then 2 years ago.
In the divisional.
Yes.
In Santa Clara.
And then we didn't even get to the playoffs because we lost in the wild card to the Green Bay
Packers.
How much of a sample size do you actually need to prove that Pennywise ain't it? The play at this year has been a monumental collapse.
How about a monumental failure?
Well, it's a collapse and
Yes.
a failure.
Yes.
And yes, you have to put that at the feet of Pennywise. Now, granted, yes, they're having some injuries. Micah Parsons been out for a while. Diggs was out for a while. Brand's been out for a while. CeeDee Lamb got hurt. Dak Prescott, of course, is out. But my God, even when they were there, mind you, Dak was healthy against New Orleans.
Yeah.
He was healthy against Baltimore. He was healthy against Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
He was healthy against Detroit. And I'm using those particular games because of that was some of the big monumental landslide beatings the Cowboys took.
And he was healthy and held a lead against San Francisco.
Exactly. McCarthy does not know what he's doing. I don't think it
quit.
He does not know what he's doing.
I mean, you're right, but quit. You said that while I was taking a drink.
So why would anybody? The only reason why anyone would, why Jarrell, let's be honest, because no Cowboys fan, no Raptor Cowboys fan is like, yeah, we need to keep McCarthy for
No
another year.
Cowboys fan in their right mind.
The only one who thinks that is Jarrell, and Jarrell is doing that because he needs a yes man.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a yes man, and McCarthy is it. Any other coach would be like, no, I'm not putting another dime into the Dak Prescott jar. I'm just not doing it. You know, I'm not bringing Zeke back after he had, let's be honest, a pretty miserable year in New England.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take my chance with Tony Pollard before that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'd go and draft. I would be seeing a much different, much more sane coach than Pennywise. Now, the only question also is, are there any other takers? Because that's probably the other reasons why someone would say, well, let's keep McCarthy because he ain't going nowhere. And no one is really trying to come to Dallas.
Right?
Like, that's fair. Like, that is fair.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way in God's green creation that we should be saying, yeah, let's keep McCarthy for another year. That's another year of mediocrity. Who else said that? I believe that was Ben that said that, and Cole Johnson that said that, and I said that.
And King Buck said that.
And Brian McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that all these fans can see that, but this ancient, decrepit owner that sits in the press box all the time can't see it?
He said ancient, decrepit. Ah.
The Cowboys collapse. And I'm not saying it all goes to McCarthy. I'm not saying it all goes to McCarthy. There's a lot to share on the pie.
Yes.
For this monumental foul up of the Cowboys 2024-2025 season.
Mm-hmm.
but he's got to take a lion's share of it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like this team either doesn't respect him or just don't know no better on how to play football. And he's not a good football teacher.
Has he ever been a good football teacher?
Doesn't look like it.
Do you know why he got a chance in Dallas? Because he led Green Bay somewhere the Cowboys haven't been since '95.
A Super Bowl.
Yep.
Different team, different talent, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because the time you had Aaron Rodgers
and
you had the crew there. That's a big difference than having Dak and Zeke and CD. And I think Mario was still there.
Yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Talented group.
Mm-hmm.
But nowhere near the talent that was in Green Bay in that 2011 season.
Right.
So you can't incorporate two. He didn't have to do much to win the Super Bowl in Green Bay. They were going to win it anyway.
This is true. This is true.
This is a team that he had to build from the ground up. This ragtag Cowboys team.
And it's a ragtag team.
And now it has gone down.
Way down.
It's gone down. So hell no, I can't do another Pennywise season of Dallas Cowboys football. I can't. I told Snowman, if I find out that they extend him again, I will throw the season away week 1.
He'll throw it away before the draft, folks.
I'll throw it before the draft. Absolutely not. I'm sorry.
Which causes the real Cowboy fans to say,
what in the all types of blue hell?
And for me to do this.
Now, of course, people will say, well, then what do we do? Because you're already saying we shouldn't keep this coach. What should we do? I don't care what you do at this point. I do not care. At this point, it's ABP. Anybody but Pennywise.
I love it.
we just can't go with it because it doesn't even seem like Pennywise even has doesn't really even have a care anymore. It doesn't like he really wants to do anything besides enjoy this mediocrity that's now Cowboys football. And I'm sorry, I expect more. I want more.
Mediocrity since 1995.
Exactly.
It's been that way since 1995.
So, nope. I can't do another
Ain't
year.
do it, won't do it.
You can't make me do it.
You can't make me do it, and I'm a 49er fan.
Right. It's like, I'd love to give the 49ers some competition, some actual competition. I'd love to have a team that I can say can handedly, take over the East. Can actually be competition for Philadelphia.
And the Redskins.
Yeah, but looks like the actual competition for Philly is probably going to be in the Redskins.
It's going to be the Washington Redskins. And that's for the foreseeable future.
Exactly.
That's for the foreseeable future.
Well, we'll see what the sophomore year holds for Jaden Daniels, because he's having a monumental rookie season.
Oh my God.
But we also need to see what happens with his sophomore year, because even CJ Stroud, who was electric his rookie year,
is struggling.
He's struggling on his sophomore year.
He is struggling.
They're starting to figure him out, and we may end up figuring out Jaden Daniels. But that's a conversation for another time. I cannot find, and if you guys can find any positive to a Mike McCarthy-led Cowboys team, please let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't do it.
Me neither. The Cowboys haven't had a competent coach since Jimmy Johnson. And
Exactly.
no, I do not put Barry Switzer on that list.
No.
He was You know what?
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
I'll do it for you.
Thank
These
you.
are the random musings of I couldn't do it because the Cowboys since '95 have played like booty. Thank you, Chris.
Well, they play like what comes out of a booty, but I get you.
I'm gonna hit you for that. You smart ass. Booty. I'm gonna get you for that.
No.
You know what?
I don't remember asking you a thing.
I feel that. I felt that.
And for the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, if y'all think y'all going to be competitive again ever with Pennywise as your coach,
stop it. Get some help.
Please get help.
Let's take a break. Y'all get back. An even deeper dive into the college football playoff. And again, a shout out to the Sportsocracy who posed a very, very good question.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a deep dive today and an even bigger one tomorrow. Today's version, when y'all return after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I'm going to cuss.
Oh, no. Already?
In the words of my wife.
Oh, no.
I'll explain why. You know, that's a perfect response. Okay. All right. While I regain my composure somewhat, I want all the pseudo 49er fans to sit their asses down right now.
Uh-oh.
I'd like y'all, you pseudo 49er fans, to do me a favor. Just a small favor. Get the out of 49er Empire right now because you don't know what you're talking about. Here's what I mean. There has been a rising uptick in pseudo 49er fans that want to see Kyle Shanahan go.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't going anywhere.
No.
Unlike Pennywise, unlike Uber Fools, and unlike a few other coaches that I could name right now, 38-day-old Mayo being one, Kyle Shanahan actually has not only regular season success, but playoff success. And because of all of the injuries that the 49ers have suffered this year, all these reports are coming out saying the Bears should be blowing up the 49er phones. Yes, the Bears.
The Bears.
Should be blowing up John Lynch's phone saying, we'll give you the world for Kyle Shanahan. And I hate to, you know what? Here's my first response to that.
So I realize that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
You're just going to put all the unfortunate injuries at the feet of Kyle Shanahan?
Well, the other thing is he's got to want to go there, though. Is he really going to want to go?
He's made it clear that he wants to stay in San Francisco.
And I understand why. You have a well of talent.
Mm-hmm.
You have a well of talent.
They just need to get
healthy. Yeah. The thing is that this year we had already projected that there was only going to be really one game the Niners were going to struggle with, and that was against Kansas City. Problem was we did not take the fact that everybody was going to be injured.
Yeah. Didn't see everybody getting beat up at once. Now, was there a dark cloud hanging over us before the season? Yes, I'm not going to say no to that. Trent Williams contract, Brandon Ayuk contract hung, and they were out of training camp all summer. Okay, right. But the deals got done, and if they don't make the playoffs this year, so what?
Well, here's the other thing. I think the other reason why people are trying to throw Shanahan out is because of what happened to Super Bowl and the overtime situation. They're like, well, he should know the rules of overtime. He should know that. He should know that both teams get a shot at the ball.
You know when I thought the 49ers would lose the Super Bowl? The moment we lost Dre Greenlaw to
that
an
injury.
Yeah. Because Dre Greenlaw was single-handedly wrecking Kansas City's shop. Okay? Look, and unlike this guy, we have a quarterback that can actually perform in the playoffs. And unlike this guy,
oh my God,
we have a quarterback that actually have a bad game and still win. And unlike this guy, we have a quarterback that can actually win. Can you tell I'm pushing all the buttons?
Yeah. Well, Dak can't get there because there's a lot of mitigating things that are going to be in his way, and he's going to be in his own way.
I got one more. And unlike this guy, we actually have knowledgeable fans. I couldn't help it. Which and that last button caused Victor to do this.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. The host needs to collect himself for a moment or two. Please stand by.
I'm fine now.
You sure?
Again, I'm fine. And again, unlike this guy, if it ever came to it, and thank God it doesn't because it's football, we could actually win a
Game 7.
Exactly.
I'm improvising. I can't help it.
No, I feel you. But
and to all these pseudo 49er fans, I have 3 words for you.
Shut up, bitch!
Now get the hell up.
see? And who says Snowman does not call out his own fan base?
I improvised the hell out of it.
But yeah, I think most people are like still going to hold that loss of Super Bowl over Shanahan's head because it was a mental issue.
Yep.
But again, the rules just changed, so who knew?
Oh, by the way, by the way, should we? Do pseudo 49er fans know what they're talking about?
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
No.
Either way, we took a big fat. In Las Vegas, this season should not be held at the feet of Kyle Shanahan because we have been beat to
shreds.
We've been beat to since the off season.
Yep.
Since the Super Bowl, Dre Greenlaw. Okay.
See,
now, if we were healthy and we were playing like then I'd be barking even more.
And you still have, because you still bring up the fact that the Niners have not been able to really do well in the red zone.
I've said that all year. I've said that the last 3 years. That has been our fatal flaw. I've said since Shanahan has appeared, if there is a fatal flaw with the 49ers, that is it.
Right.
And people and Dr. Dunbar fans like Abdul Gaines. Look, if Abdul Gaines wants this smoke, he needs to bring his ass over here. I kid as I say that because I welcome differing opinions all the time here on the show. You know what I might do to extend the show is have the fans come up.
I don't mind that.
Just have the fans come up, audio only. We'll work it out after the new year.
You know, boy, Sick Mickey been wanting to jump in for a while.
Mm-hmm. But again,
this is not Shanahan's fault.
No,
this year has not been his fault. They have been beat down and beat up. You basically didn't have CMC for almost half the year.
I mean, we had it. This thing happened 4 years ago. After we lost to Kansas City in 2019 in the Super Bowl 54, another successful season. And look, 3 years ago, we were beat up. No one expected us to do anything. What did we do? Went to Dallas, beat them. Went to Green Bay, beat them.
Yeah.
And we weren't even supposed to hang with Green Bay. We held them to 10 points.
And back then, you didn't have the crew that you have now.
No.
You know, you didn't find your franchise quarterback until last year.
Look, Green Bay couldn't beat us with Jimmy Garoppolo, okay?
Jimmy G.
We had Jimmy Garoppolo, okay? And he's beaten Green Bay twice in the postseason. And one of them, and I'm teasing my friend Trey about this. One of them, he only threw the ball 8 times. I didn't like them apples. Matter of fact, where's Trey's crazy ass? You know, why do I love teasing Trey so much? Because he teases me when it comes to the Packers. Okay? He teases me all the time. But listen, I've said this again and again and again, and I will continue to say it again and again and again. I don't trust the Packers because of Matt LaFleur. Can't call a winning play to save his life. Okay, let me change my sentence. I don't trust the Packers because of Matt LaFleur, who can't call a winning play in the postseason to save his life. Okay? And I will never trust Matt LaFleur. Hell, his little brother beat his ass in the NFC Championship 4 years ago.
And he can't beat Detroit, apparently.
He can't beat Detroit either. Okay? The point is, I don't trust Matt LaFleur to beat anybody in the postseason besides Dallas. And that's because Dallas hung themselves.
Yes.
Okay? You ain't beating the 49ers. That's out. Okay? We went to Green Bay and beat them with Jimmy Garoppolo and Trent Williams in motion knocking people over.
Right.
This is not a defeat of Shanahan. Even when we were playing healthy, what I've always said that our fatal flaw has been red zone opportunities. I've said it for the entire time that Shanahan has been the coach of this team. And anybody that didn't believe me, go in the archives and take a listen.
And main to the point, it's not even just much of red zone opportunities, the fact of just getting field goals
instead of touchdowns.
Right.
If you're in a red zone, you got to come out with 7 instead of 3. Said that for years.
Same thing with the Bears. Same thing with the Cowboys. Oh God, same with the Cowboys.
Dear Lord,
Brandon Aubrey has been amazing, even with some of his misses.
But you can't only get 3.
Yes, exactly.
You can't only get 3. You have to get 7.
You have to get 7.
For all you people that don't know football, listen to us, will you please? All right. End of period 1. when you all get back, I promise we're going to get to more fallout from the college football playoff. But there's something else I'm going to touch. The Time Athlete of the Year. And I'm going to have a little fun. And then the bottom of hour 2.
Y'all know what's coming up.
Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
All right. Hour 2 begins 6 minutes after the hour. And before we do more deep dives, and y'all know what's coming during the second part of this, I have a bone to pick with some people.
Uh-oh.
The Time Athlete of the Year was recently announced.
And that person was?
You see this big fat smile on my face?
Yes.
You see this tremendous smile on my face?
Yes.
You see this big fat ass smile on my face?
I do.
What are you drinking?
Called G Fuel. It's a supplement.
I may need to invest in that. Here's why I'm smiling.
Okay.
This is the Athlete of the Year. Caitlin Clark.
You talk about an impact. My God.
And well deserved. What am I doing? Jeez. I pushed the wrong button again. Damn it. It's your fault.
Me?
Of course, I couldn't get that sentence out without laughing.
Right.
For those of you haters, this is your Time Athlete of the Year. Number 22, Caitlin Clark. And now, from my own eyes, not from any articles, I get a chance to tell you why I saw this coming. This is 2 years in the making. First, I'm going to read a post from one of my good buddies, Joe Simmons. Time Athlete of the Year, basketball star Caitlin Clark. He says, quote, this is good for her and the game. Viewership for her games was epic, and now the pipeline for women's hoops is real. To me, it's already been real, but more on that later. Honestly, before her tenure in college basketball, most people weren't watching the women's game. True. When I went to women's college or WNBA games, I only saw other Black families and people who played hoops that were watching. She brought a new market of men and women to the arena, and now people want to know why they aren't making real money. And that's how you get Athlete of the Year. If you know this game or any game, the way you get paid is based on how you perform. LeBron James, hello. If she gets the big payday, she becomes the baseline for pay for elite athletes in her sport. The next person who comes in and puts up better numbers will take over as the baseline. And believe me, the better players are coming. Yep, Juju Watkins. Kids in high school are patterning their game after hers. Let me read that again. Kids in high school are patterning their game after hers. Just like the guys before were patterning their game after Steph Curry, not LeBron James, because LeBron James sucked. Continuing on.
Yikes.
What?
I knew that was coming, but yikes.
What? Am I wrong?
No.
And he just said it the same way she patterned hers after Stephen Curry. Athlete of the Year isn't always about the best athlete, but the most polarizing athlete. To get this award in an Olympic year and not being an Olympian speaks volumes because she wanted to rest. That's the only thing I'll add on to this. The correct choice.
Yeah.
The absolute correct
choice.
Because you can't tell me that there was an athlete that had a bigger impact on sports. Forget just women's basketball. You can't tell me that there wasn't an athlete. I'm going to say that as many times as it takes for the message to get across. All right? I want y'all to listen to me and listen carefully. There has not been another athlete that has had the polarizing effect and the positive effect that they've had on sports like Caitlin Clark, period.
And that's what that right there, positive impact.
She's brought in the audience. She's brought in the money. She's brought in everything that Caitlin Clark was supposed to bring in, needed to bring in to save the WNBA, and here you are. Now it just makes me afraid that Kathy Engelbert is going to screw it up some way.
Oh, boy.
How many times have I said that on this program? Well-deserved Caitlin Clark. Well-deserved.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. And it's funny because Caitlin Clark, we all talk about the Caitlin Clark effect. And this is just the culmination of it now.
Sig Diggy says, how is she polarizing? Think of it from the... Okay, let me put it this way. Think of it from a Cheryl Swoops standpoint. And Cheryl Swoops is nothing but a hater. I love Cheryl Swoops once upon a time as a basketball player. Now she just can't keep her mouth shut, and someone needs to put something in her mouth to shut her up about Caitlin Clark, period. The first thing Cheryl Swoops said about Caitlin Clark that pissed me off, saying Caitlin did not break the record in 4 years for all-time scoring. Actually, Cheryl Swoops, if you do your research, which I know you haven't, and I got a myriad of reasons, and I won't speak them here, she did it in 3.5 years. That's what I meant, Sig. Think of it from a hater's standpoint. Think of it from a hater's paradise. Sue Bird, unfortunately, now has to go on that list. And I think Sue Bird was cow-tied to say some of the Cheryl Swoops actually believes some of the stuff that she said about Caitlin Clark. Okay?
Yeah, when you look at the term, the thing is with Caitlin is that you couldn't tie a message or agenda to her. She did not make herself available to that, which is a good thing. She wanted you to see what she does on the court, and that is it.
She wanted to play basketball. That's it. She didn't want to be a model like Angel Reese, whose game sucks. She didn't want to be a bully like Kennedy Carter, whose game is getting better, but she's got Angel Reese to thank for that. And you're right, Sick. This has been a strange year for the WNBA. Let me read Sick Diggy's comment. This has been a strange year for the WNBA. They've got a golden goose, but they want to destroy her. And you know what else they're doing to try to destroy her? They got a rival league going on right now. They put in a bid for Caitlin Clark, and it wasn't the league that made the bid. It was the network that's covered them that made the bid. And Caitlin Clark politely said, "No, thank you," and I'm glad.
And but you know why they want to destroy her? Because she is not the right one they want.
Because the one they wanted was Angel Reese.
Exactly.
The one they wanted to lead them was Angel Reese. And Caitlin Clark said, "I ain't having it."
Well,
which leads me to believe that this coming year, not only is Caitlin Clark going to improve her game, she's going to compete for most valuable player. Not to mention a world championship. I said it.
It may become the why can't I be MVP, just like how Derrick Rose was.
Oh man,
why can't I be MVP?
The ultimate what if story, Derrick Rose. But that's for a much later discussion.
Yeah, but the reason why I think that they want to destroy Caitlin Clark is because Caitlin Clark represents what they don't like, which is what they view as a status quo. This is a articulate, well put together, white straight woman.
Say that again.
Well together, articulate, very attractive, white straight woman.
Stop there. I will say this aloud until the cows come home. That's why they want to destroy her. Because she plays basketball at a very high level. She's very articulate. She concentrates on the game and always takes the high road.
I mean, remember before she even got on the court, and I told you about the drama that she had to deal with the clown, and how she took the high road on that one. And here's the thing, and this is why I love Sick Diggy. He's like, Angel Reese needs to get her head out of her behind.
Out of her ass.
And he's absolutely right, because I've always said Angel Reese is an extremely talented basketball player. She knows how to play the game, but she has gotten her head gassed up by all these other pundits.
Yep.
To the point where she feels she doesn't need to work on her game, and there is a big skill gap.
She wants to be a Barbie doll and not be a basketball player.
It's not even that, because she can play the game, but the thing is that she feels that she doesn't need to work on it because she should already have the accolades, and that's not how that works.
She's living off of her championship.
Exactly.
She's living off of her championship.
Because I don't mind Angel Reese being a gorgeous young woman.
Nor do I. But she's there to play basketball.
She's there to play basketball. She's there to make sure that she can hit that low post. She's there to play the game that she says she enjoys to play.
She didn't look like she enjoyed playing it, especially when she kept losing to Caitlin Clark. Right. And here's the biggest difference between what Caitlin Clark did and her effect on the league and what Angel Reese did. Where did Caitlin Clark lead her team? To the playoffs.
The playoffs, right. Playoffs.
And Sig Diggy, I love you for this comment. Reese has a sense of entitlement since winning an NCAA national championship.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
He's
and Caitlin
right.
Clark put a foot in her ass in a regional championship game in Albany.
He's absolutely,
again, he is spot on.
My brother, spot on with it.
He is spot on.
But now you have people coming out of the woodwork, and of course, when you talk about WNBA, they still want to hold on to Brittany Griner and the like. So it's gonna be harder for people like Caitlin Clark to really, show that they could take the reins. Man, this is definitely a topic we really needed Mic Drop Moran for too.
Oh, she'll be here. I'm working on it.
But
listen, Mic Drop Moran will get here. I've already I've already given her the alert. If not, we'll bring her on tomorrow.
But yeah,
Can't
Caitlin
wait
Clark
to see Paige
definitely
Beckers in
deserved
a
it.
Wings uniform. This is where I mess with our coup. Paige Beckers will be in a Fever uniform.
Ooh.
Am I messing with our coup? Of course I am. But what if Indiana were to make that steal?
That's dangerous talk.
And I'm the only one that will say it
Mhm.
aloud.
That's dangerous talk. But yeah, I mean, I can see it. I can see it.
What if? And it's all a what if. It's all a what if, because we don't know what's going to happen in May, or in April rather. I beg your pardon. I mean, it's all a what if. And someone said something to me during the break. I'll get to that later. Can't wait to see Paige Beck. I can't wait to see Paige Becker's take on Caitlin Clark.
Another gem by Sick. The smart thing Clark and her team did regarding the clown was block him and keep him away. A lifetime restraining order
would be sufficient.
And I agree.
I agree with that
the
also.
fact that she did not engage with him is what made me happy, because for him,
Say that again. Preach that again, please.
The best thing that Caitlin did for her career was not engage with him, because he went low for a reason.
Oh, he wanted attention.
He wanted attention. He wanted her to get rattled, and she didn't give it to him. And he's been quiet ever since.
Well, that's what, and this is definitely a shot at LeBron and a shot at Angel Reese. That's what being a senior is all about.
True.
And yes, I will say that forever.
And it was very easy for someone like a Caitlin or an Angel Reese to respond to criticism or respond to hate. It's very easy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the right way to do it, but it's very easy to do it.
It's not the right way to do it at all. It's not the right way to do it at all. It's so easy in today's social media era, and I have been guilty of responding to people I shouldn't be responding to go down that road.
Right.
It's too easy. But it was way too easy.
It was a good thing for her to stay away from it, to block him and not respond, and leave it at that. Angel has to do the same thing. She's had her foul ups, and she's had her faux pas, but it doesn't mean that she can't change it. It doesn't mean she can't turn it around. And maybe she needs a mentor, like say Aliza Leslie, who also dealt with her own criticism.
And we'll always have her class, and we'll always have her own criticism.
But she handles hers with class.
Absolutely.
Unlike a Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl just plain pissed me off.
There needs to be, and I don't know if this is just me or something. There needs to be like a mentor program for the WNBA for a lot of these rookies that just come in off the draft. Have them be mentored by one of these pioneers. And show them not just the ins and outs of their game, but also how they deal with PR. Because that's one thing that we don't. That's one thing that colleges cannot teach you. And if they can, they haven't done it,
or they're afraid of doing it. They're afraid. You know something? I will bring this back to the king, Michael Jordan. There was one course that he took at the University of North Carolina that got him ready for the NBA. You know what that course was? Journalism.
Yeah, you're right.
And Sick Diggie's right. Reese needs a publicist who can steer her in the right direction, as well as the right circle of people. I have a myriad of reasons of why that will not happen. I won't say it here.
Well, it's like I said the same thing with Derrick Rose when he had his first injury.
Right.
He needed to surround himself with the right people with a good circle, and he didn't.
And he didn't do it. And part of that was his brother's fault.
Yeah.
Part of that was his brother's fault, especially after Derrick Rose suffered his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
After Derrick Rose suffered his injuries, his brother got in his head. Now, did Derrick Rose have a brilliant 15-year career? Of course he did.
Absolutely.
But he's the ultimate what-if story.
Yes.
Or one thereof.
Yes.
I don't want Angel Reese to wind up being another ultimate what-if story for women's basketball, but the way that she's going right now, that's all she will turn out to be. If she doesn't work on her game and get in front of and surround herself and get in front of the right people.
Correct.
Because let's face it, the Indiana Fever kicked their ass 3 times.
That's true.
Imagine what would be said if it was a clean sweep and Indiana won all 4 games.
Right.
I'll leave it there. That's Snowman's take. What's yours? Coming up next.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-UK. Real LJPM. Now approve all this.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to cuss when I get back. Many times.
Y'all know what's about to happen. The frivolity that is Bronze Sexual Nation.
God almighty.
When Snowman in the Morning returns, introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Yo, I gotta, before we go any further.
Yes, sir.
My brother Sick Diggy just dropped the mic on this one. He said, let's not forget that since the 90s, we've seen pro athletes like rappers and R&B singers usually surrounded by an entourage of questionable friends.
Michael Vick, anybody?
Brother man.
Michael Vick, anybody?
Brother man.
Saw through the 80s and the 90s, survived, and lived. We live to tell the tale.
Mm-hmm.
We live to tell the tale. And I can't find what I'm looking for, dang it. Because Sick Diggy gave me a suggestion about a certain ad, and I can't find it.
Yeah, we've been looking for that thing, man.
I've been looking for that for a year, and I can't find the darn thing. Anyhow, let them pick it. I don't care. Because LeBron James is still
Trays. trays, 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 trays.
And
this moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YOKAY. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
And of course, yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It is you now. It will forever be you for ruining the NBA and putting it in the hole that it is forever and ever. Amen. God help us.
Yep.
And boy, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to push the button.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronze Sexual Confessions.
Just so you know, that this segment is sponsored by Bron Joy Juice. Bron Joy Juice. The official drink of bronzesexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk. Well, let's not waste any more time.
Okay.
What's the first one?
All right. Give me this. Okay. I'm going to need a deep breath.
Okay.
Because there's an idiot named K.A. Buddy. I am reading this verbatim, kids.
Ka? Was he the snake from the Jungle Book?
I have a whole myriad of jokes, but I won't use them. Okay. Those seals are going to hate me. He said, quote, even if LeBron retired in 2018 and you compare Jordan and LeBron's 15-year career, LeBron would still have more rebounds per game, playoff rebounds per game, assists per game, playoff assists per game, higher field goal percentage, highest playoff field goal percentage. You get the idea.
So again, more stats.
15 seasons, 17 seasons, 10 seasons, 20 seasons, doesn't matter. LeBron James will always and forever be a better basketball player than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I told you I was going to cuss. That's a f***ing lie.
Yeah, if you dig, he probably had more turnovers than Jordan too. Here's the problem with that, right?
LeBron can't play basketball correctly?
it's not just that. It's like, okay, you're still looking at stats, but those stats don't mean anything because what did all those stats turn into?
6 finals losses.
Exactly.
Listen, let me.
And you're saying if he retired in 2018, which means he would have gotten swept
by the Golden State Warriors.
You didn't even bother to bring in 2020, where they actually won.
Thank you, A Pizzle. Who told this lie?
Fins
no,
up.
pluralize it. Who told these lies?
Fins up.
Okay, you want to compare 15 seasons versus 15 seasons, okay? I'll even knock it down to 13 seasons for MJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I still say this out loud, quote, Michael Jordan has done more in 13 seasons with one team than LeBron did in 20 seasons with 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch. But wait, there's more.
Oh, no.
Leroy Glenn Prentice.
Okay.
Hey, Pizzle, get ready. Leroy Glenn Prentice said, quote, no one in the NBA has more rings or awards than LeBron, but critics say this one better, close quote.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Can I play a song?
Please.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying. Oh.
So he said that LeBron has more rings, which we already know is a lie.
Which is
he has more awards, also a lie. That we've already talked about an award he has never had on the show multiple times.
Is it the MVP? No, All-Star game? No. Oh yeah, Defensive Player of the Year.
Exactly.
The year was 1988.
And LeBron only has 4 rings. 4. He's been in the league for what, over 20 years?
22,
now look,
to be exact.
And look, I'm not saying that if you never make it, then you're just bad. But come on.
Right.
There are plenty of amazingly talented players who unfortunately just were not on good teams, or the teams didn't mesh well, and they never got to the big chip. It happens. It happens.
The math don't math when it comes to LeBron, okay?
It never has.
The math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. I mean, you want to praise LeBron having 4 consecutive triple doubles. Hey, stupid. Michael had 7 of them in 1989 when forced into point guard duty due to an injury to John Paxson.
Yep.
So what did Doug Collins do? He puts MJ at the point and he puts Craig Hodges in the shooting guard role until Paxson gets back from an ankle injury, you dumbass.
Yep.
You stupid, dumb, half-wit idiot. You stupid mother...
Before we go any further.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I needed that.
I said this, but I just said this. What was it? Yesterday. About how bronsexuals have this incessant, compulsive need to try and denigrate someone else's accolades to prop him up, and now it's a good point where they're just outright lying.
Something Cheryl Swoops often has done.
Now he's outright lying.
Now let's bring some truth into this, shall we? There's a graphic in front of me MJ's NBA scoring records.
Mm-hmm.
30.1 in the regular season, 33.4 in the playoffs, 41 in the World Championship Series.
In the finals.
$30.1 in the regular season. Let me pose a question to the chat. How many times has LeBron James averaged 30 points in the regular season? I'll answer that for you. Once. How many times has Michael look? Michael Jordan on his worst season played 82 games. Oops. LeBron's best season was 82 games, and he got his ass kicked in the finals. Change that. He got his ass swept in the finals. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Do you Bronson? No. I got to do it right. Do you know how many LeBron has taken in the finals? He took 6 of these.
Just remember, folks, in 2011, in the finals, LeBron scored 8 points in a game. 8.
Here I go doing Lewis Black. 8, you f***ers.
Does that sound like MVP? Does that sound like GOAT numbers to you?
No. I mean, MJ put up 8 points in 4 minutes. And we've seen him do it many times over.
Right.
LeBron, the GOAT.
Stop the cap.
Michael doesn't get outplayed by JJ Barea, okay? He gets a challenge from Kevin Johnson and rises up to it. He gets a challenge from Charles Barkley, rises up to that. He gets a challenge from Clyde Drexler, who was taller than him, by the way.
Michael doesn't get outworked. Michael doesn't get outworked by Dirk Nowitzki. And I like Dirk.
Oh, I love Dirk.
But he doesn't get outworked. Mike would not get outworked by Dirk.
Anybody remember the flu game?
Mm-hmm.
They were working him to the bone, and then Mike said to Phil, just use me in spurts. What happened? 38 points, including the game winner.
Mm-hmm.
Including the game winner. Which should cause a lot of us rational basketball fans to look at these bronze sexuals in the face and go,
what in the all types of blue hell
are you talking about?
Okay. Let me look into this camera and say something these bronze sexuals will never say, these supposed NBA fans will never say, and these supposed NBA analysts, and I put that word in serious quotes, will never say. I am the only one who will be ballsy enough to say the following. LeBron James is trash as a basketball player. I don't care how many accolades you throw in front of me. I don't care how many accolades of his you throw on the side of me. I don't care how many accolades you try to compare him to MJ with. LeBron James is a trash-ass basketball player, period. He got outworked by Kevin Durant in the finals. He got outworked by JJ Barea in the finals. He's been outworked by Stephen Curry 3 separate times. Should have been 4, but Adam Silver put his... Give me this button before I go off. Adam Silver put his in his mouth and gave LeBron a championship in 2016 by sucking his and drinking his.
Whatever.
Find the lie.
No lie to be found there. Cap detection tool is clean.
Oh, by the way, when in terms of the NBA World Championship Series, Michael's never had to face a
Game 7.
Yeah.
And And then there's a fellow on Facebook, the cesspool of social media.
Oh boy. Is that his name or is that what you're calling Facebook?
That's what I'm calling Facebook for
Okay.
this reason and this reason only.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fellow, and I use the term very loosely, who goes by, and I'm reading this ID verbatim, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reading this ID verbatim. I swear to you, I'm reading this verbatim. The ID reads, Raymond James, GOAT of GOATs. He writes, quote, Bulls never faced a team that's better than them in the finals. Hashtag zero competition.
That is a bull-faced lie.
Quote.
That is a bull-faced lie.
Okay.
Because some will argue that the Jazz at one point were better than the Bulls.
On 2 occasions in the World Championship Series, the Bulls had to win while being the second seeded team. Those 2 occasions, 93 in Phoenix, 98 against Utah. They had to win and essentially steal a game or two on the road.
Mm-hmm.
No competition, eh? Except for 1991. Every team that the Bulls beat in the NBA Finals had at least 60 wins. Oops! Shall I say that again?
Please. For the people in the Chiefs seats at Old Chicago, as well as the Boston Garden, as well as Arrowhead.
Except for 1991, in which the Lakers had 58 wins.
Oh, not to mention Candlestick Park, too.
Thank you. Except for 1991, in which the Lakers had 58 wins, and they took out the best team in the NBA in the Portland Trail Blazers, who had 63 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Every opponent the Bulls faced in the finals had at least 60 wins.
Yeah.
61 in 92 for the Blazers. 62 for the Phoenix Suns in 1993. 64 for the Seattle Supersonics in 1996. And then 62 back-to-back years for the Utah Jazz in 97 and 98. Now, y'all kiss the back of my fat ass and get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window.
Oh, and P.S.
I'll start.
He will never, ever, ever be on my greatest of all time list. He's the most below mediocre player I've ever seen, ever. And I've watched basketball since 1980, and I've seen my share of mediocre players. But LeBron James is below them all. I said it, and I will continue to say it. Period. Now get the hell out of my face.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window.
Wait a minute, Cole. Logic and sense flying completely out the window. Yeah, ain't that the truth?
False start.
Logic and sense flying completely out the window. Of course, that happens when you have a conversation with a bronzexual.
What you mean? These people are all about logic and common sense. I mean, it's why they always wear life jackets when they drink soup.
Are you kidding me?
That was foul, I know. That was wrong of me.
Use a troll. Use a troll.
Oh, I am not a troll. That is you, good sir.
As I said,
use a troll. Use a troll. Use a troll. I
said that use a troll.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Aminos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glass.
I still didn't do this right. Dear Bronzexuals, you.
That's now 3 false starts.
Dear Bronzexuals on top of Bronzexuals, you. Dear every network for shoving them down in our face, down our throats, and up our asses. You, and you. And by the way, you didn't hear me? You and your ticket too. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
This accusation of someone being a troll is brought to you by Stupid University, where late registration is too early.
Wow.
And me find me fraternity. By me, for me.
And not for you.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
And take off that number 23. You don't deserve to wear number 23, considering the fact you've disgraced the number, you thirsty. Now never mind.
Lord have mercy.
I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm not going to laugh. And that's
yes, you
all
are.
I've been doing for the past 5 minutes.
Yes, you are.
Oh, gosh.
Lord have mercy.
Exactamundo. I don't think my Drock Moran's going to make it.
No, probably not.
So we're going to get on out of here.
Okay.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. We got a full 4 tomorrow talking all things college football playoff. Hang tight, hang on, and be ready. We're out of here. So long, everybody. my face, you Oh, I'm sorry.
One more time.
Oh, what the hell? Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
I couldn't resist it. See you tomorrow.